Did you miss me? No time for an introduction. Let's go ahead and get into it. Today we're going to be talking about this gold digging wench, Judias Goodyear Buenoano. She became the first woman to be in Florida death row in 150 years. Let's figure out why. Born April the 4th, 1943 to her mom and her dad, her upbringing was a little... Okay, so her mom died when she was 4 years old, leaving her dad to take care of her and her three other siblings. She was the third child. Like me. But the dad was a bum bitch, and so after the mom died, the dad dumped her and one of her brothers off at his mom's house, so she stayed with her grandma. Then the dad got married. He was like, fine, I'll take back the little bastards, and he took her back when he got married. And they moved to Roswell, New Mexico. Now, spaceships were not the only thing landing in Roswell, New Mexico. Them hands was too, because her dad and her new stepmom used to tag that ass, and they would starve her. And this went on for years. Now, my girl Judy, she woke up with a purpose. At age 14, she had to remind everybody in the house that she was that bitch. And I'm talking about she squared up on a whole family. Everybody in the house called hands. Do you hear me? She squared up on her stepmama. She caught her daddy lacking because he was in the room too. Now, after she beat the taste out of her daddy's mouth, her stepbrothers rolled up in there. And they thought shit was sweet. That girl said, mink, mink, and knocked them out. Y'all, it was so bad, the police had to be called. This girl went to prison for 2 months. Yeah, wait. Because I'm a real ass bitch. Back to business. So after she showed the family that she was running shit, she went to prison and ran shit up in there. And she got out, she still was a boss bitch because she went and graduated school. And then she became a nursing assistant and she had a son. Back in those days, they were real big on noting, illegitimate children. So she had an illegitimate, basically what everybody doing nowadays. I know this is like a horrible murder story that we're getting into, but it's starting to feel like one of those like women empowerment things. Did you know that she was the first 14-year-old to beat a bitch up? Women empowerment. Like for real, instead of that woman with a strong arm, you need to have this old bitch in there. Actually, to be honest, she ain't even that old. She just looks like she's dirty. This woman's like 54 in this picture. Let me keep going with the story because I feel like I'm losing y'all. The illegitimate son that she had, his name was Michael. We're going to circle back to Michael in a little bit. Let's get into the men in her life. Her first husband, his name was James Goodyear, and he was a sergeant in the Air Force. On September the 16th, 1971, he died. And everybody thought it was natural causes. It was a pretty painful death. And this bitch was like, he's dead! Where's the insurance money? And she got a handsome payout for that man. Yes, she did. Turns out this man was laced with arsenic. But nobody knew, so she got away with that and just moved on with her happy life. Her second husband. 2 years later, she moved in with Bobby Joe Morris in his house in Trinidad, Colorado. A few years later, in 1978, he due to poison. And once again, this bitch was like, he's dead! Where's the insurance money? That's when she finally changed her name to this dumbass Buenoano, which literally translates in bad Spanish to Goodyear. Oh, because her first husband's name was Goodyear. I just figured that. You dumb bitch. Now let's go back to Michael. Remember her son? Okay, so over the years, Michael had been getting sick. Was she making him sick? I don't know. But he was. Also, he had gotten sick so bad to the point where he was paraplegic. For those of y'all who do not know what paraplegic is, let's go ahead and put on your thinking glasses now. Paraplegic is paralyzed. Now, he's paralyzed. He can't move. I don't think it was fully, but it was enough. So one day she's thinking, you know what is such a good idea to put my paralyzed son? Let's put his ass on a canoe. You heard that right, you nosy bitch. I'm going to put his paralyzed ass on a canoe. Hope he can swim. May the 13th, 1979. She takes Michael to a river. Puts him in a canoe. Paralyzed, might I add. Push him literally into the water. The boat instantly flips and he drowns. Then here comes this whole running going, he's dead! Where's the insurance money? Y'all, what's so terrible? She literally got the insurance money and immediately opens up a hair salon. Nothing says fuck them kids better than a blowout, baby. 1983, she comes across this dude named John Gentry. Her and John was together for a little while and she goes and puts a $510,000 insurance policy on this man's head. Now, they living around Pensacola, Florida. Now, she woke up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy. Because while this man was driving, his car blew up. And here comes this young old looking hoe once again going, he's dead! Where's the insurance money? But this time she ran into a problem because John did not die. So her being the fake ass, loving spouse, she decides to go give him some vitamin pills. It was paraformaldehyde. But they were able to catch it, so he was the only one that survived. The police finally did their jobs and they realized that there was a link between all these deaths surrounding this lady. And she was booked. She was sentenced to death by the electric chair and they fried her ass. So yeah, she was 54 when she died. This is one of her last pictures. This is 54. This is 54. This is 54. Whew, evil people age like milk. I can imagine her execution was something like this. Do you have any last words?
Yes. Pull the lever, crunk.
Okay then, well, I'm going to sing a hymn over you as you die.
Oh, I cracked myself up. Ooh.
And that's crazy, right?